but he's used all his peasants to hold me off, and he can't push my expansion because I've, like a human player, mine's quite towered up, and I still haven't built a voodoo lounge there, which is very bad on my part. But anyways, I send Verns to the tavern, and I tavern back my Blade Master because why not? I have enough of an economic advantage, so that's viable. I should be very careful with the blade now because he's half health, more or less, and has no mana, so if he comes across that Mountain King, that would be bad news for me. I don't know why I'm killing this grunt either. I guess I just want to mass. Oh yeah, sorry, because I was in upkeep. There you go. Manage your upkeep. Big advice for you there. So level 6 Mountain King, and he's got a Paladin now. Still a level 1 Paladin, not the most useful thing in the world. But regardless, level 6 Mountain King with mana is a frightening thing, to say the least. I'm almost 5-4, so that's the reason I'm creeping at this point. And I broke into upkeep once again very quickly. I have the expansion, so there's no harm necessarily in doing that when I know he doesn't have an expansion. If I had to guess where he was at this point, though, my natural is probably the right guess, based on the fact that he knows he can't win this game fighting 2 mines versus 1 for too long. So, I need mana. You'll notice both my heroes are very low in mana, and I need to heal. Kind of what I'm thinking in the back of my mind. I do have 68 food, though, versus 29. So again, very good shape. But if these 3 towers get up on his part, it'll be much more difficult for me to take them down with the Wyvern army that I have. So there I send that St0p on down, and I see the towers are up. I was going to build that tower and hope that his army was elsewhere, but it's right there, so I'm going to have to cancel the tower. That's okay. I should have stopped by the shop and bought an invulnerability potion, and I'm not sure why I didn't, but regardless. You're going to see how quickly my hero dies. Yeah, see. I can't fight with the blade at that low level. And anyways, the next thing he focuses down is this level 4. Look at how quickly that died. God. So the moral of the story is, when you're versus that high level in Mountain King, you have to have vulnerability potions or you're going to lose the game. But anyways, I'm not really concerned at that point of that, because the fact is he cannot fight my massive Vern army. He's just going to lose. I mean, the sad thing is those defended footmen really don't die too quickly, even to mass Verns, but whatever. As long as I can protect this expansion and prevent him from expanding there, I'm in good shape. He has 3,000 gold left in his expansion, I have 3,000 gold left in mine, and I have, well, my mains are pretty much run out, but that's okay. He chose to follow into my base. I'm not really sure why he chose to make that decision. Anyways, I tavern back the Shadow Hunter and regenerate some mana. Now I know I can't make that same mistake twice, and I buy an invulnerability potion. I could have, if I'd been more sly, cut off. I'm aware I'm chasing, so I could have cut off the Paladin or the Mountain King. Oh, I guess I'm trying to. Not doing the best job of it, though. And taken that out, which would have benefited me, obviously. Level 2 Paladin's harder to kill, for obvious reasons. But anyways, I give up on that and just take out this footman. Good old critical strike. Ugh. So I have a lot of idle peasants that I'm just going to send to the mine. I build an expansion there, so you can see it's going. You can see the shadow of it, I guess. Like I said, Echo Isles, when they play like this, it becomes a war of economies and who controls the mines, which is part of the reason that this strategy that I've done is so effective, is because it takes away one of their mines even as they gain one, and forces them to fight you with towers instead of with mass griffins, and that's much more acceptable to me than fighting versus 3/3 griffins. I don't enjoy that. Anyways, so looking at him, he still has 2,600 gold left in that mine, so he's 39 food of 0/0 Dragonhawks. I mean, chances are he's not going to fight my army one-on-one. He can't win that fight. He can take down heroes, though, with that Mountain King. And that high level, that Avatar, for example, will do some serious damage to me. But at this point, I've pretty much won the game. Creeping, I want level 5 Shadow Hunter. At level 3 I went Wards. I guess I don't have Hex on him, because I probably went Healing Wave level 2 as well. I hope I did that. In fact, I think I went Hex instead of Healing Wave level 2. So obviously I really want higher level Healing Wave to negate some of that. Yeah, that looks like level 1 Healing Wave. Anyways, regardless. So he's taking down, or trying to take down this expansion, but he knows he can't fight me, so... Ward's going up. That is definitely a level 2 ward. It does help for Dragonhawks. Obviously not so much for his defend footies, but I know this is his desperation push coming right here. Sends all his militia, minus the ones mining gold. There's just nothing. I mean, he doesn't have enough Dragonhawks to keep my army shackled. He almost surrounds that Shadow Hunter there. But most of his stuff just dies. Should have had... You see my Shadow Hunter gets low, and I quickly use the mana pot, the invulnerability pot, and run it away. And at this point, it's just going to be about focusing down heroes. You see how quickly my stuff dies, though. I mean, considering he just fought 30 foot down, not bad. And if he can just pick off the Verns, he can actually, he could be in decent shape. If he'd brought like Ivory Towers, maybe. I'm not even sure if he has a lumber mill. Yeah, he does. But anyways, he doesn't want this expansion going up. I'm not going to cancel it when it's already pretty much done. Focus down the Mountain King, because why not? 268 crit. That's almost a level 3 bolt. That's very useful. Hex, and that dies, and he says, game. Again, an interesting strategy. I'd recommend checking out Pride doing it. He does it a little bit better than this in the game that I saw him do it in. He doesn't have to... The game doesn't go on for quite so long. But regardless, it does demonstrate taking advantage of the fact that they think that they can safely tech to tier 3 with only guard towers and footmen. That's pretty cocky if you ask me, and I'd rather not have them do that, especially on a map like Echo Isles where it's much more difficult to out-expand them. So anyways, this is now 2 hours long in the audio. That's ridiculously long. I apologize, and I'm sorry if anyone out there actually watched this all in one sitting. I have some shoutouts to give out, beginning with Flood, Skynet, and Blink. To them, I just want to remind everyone, please, please, please send me some replays that you'd like commented on. I'd probably prefer losses. If you're Orc, I assume. I mean, I'm not really too adept at the other races. Yeah, that's St0p signing out.